What's up, Blade Breakers? It's main character time. That's right. The next in the UX line, this is HELLS Hammer. Really awesome looking bay. I can't wait to unbox it. Right out the gate on the back here, you've got Beyblade X. And then this is Robin. I'm not really sure. Pretty sure his name's Robin for the dub, right? If you're watching English dub when it comes out, that's the name they're going to give him, which I'm totally fine with. He does look like a Robin. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what the design is meant to resemble there. So that is what he looks like. Here, we'll get you a close-up. Come on. There we go. Yeah, he looks interesting. I like the red. We have only really ever had a red protagonist in Beyblade with Iger. And you guys know I really like Iger, especially with the balance bay. And this is, of course, UX line, balance type bay, right spin, all that good stuff. It's really, really supposed to have smash attacks. Obviously, with a name like Hammer, that's what you would expect. We did just recently unbox this bad boy, Drawn Buster, and he was incredible. I cannot wait to unbox this one. It's only got a 50 in what I would assume is the attack category, but the rest of the stats are pretty balanced, and you're going to see later on in the stats that he's going to make up for his lack of attack with the ratchet and the bit, which I think is really going to be cool. And check that out, red launcher. Really excited for that. I don't think I have a red one. I'm not really sure. The bit 370. So far, we've actually not unboxed a 70. That is the middle height. You can see right here, it shows you that the 70 is actually going to be in the middle. 60 and 80 we already have, but there's no 90 and no 50. So let me know which one you guys want to see next. Do you want to see a 50 or a 90? I think I'd rather see a 50. I feel like 90 would have to be really heavy defense combo type of stuff in order for it to be good. And the bit, which I am most excited for, Hexa. Now, Hexa, you can see, has really good stats there, like as far as the balance attribute goes. Probably a little higher on the attack, 30, 35, 20, 15. So the stats are definitely a little bit more balanced, but he does have a little bit of an attack preference. I'm not sure if the stats are even like correct or anything like that. It's not something I've ever really checked and like, oh, does that number seem like it's right when you look at the other bays? But let me know what you think. Do the stats actually matter? Are they going to be something you guys care about? Are they going to be kind of something you ignore and stuff like that? So this is the open box. So exciting, right? Obviously, it is not compatible with the previous generation, which I am glad. I didn't like Burst. I hated Burst, okay? All right, we're just gonna get that out of the way for you guys that like Burst. I hated Burst. I mean, Iger was like decent, I guess. Iger was cool. Dante was okay, but Volt, man, Volt fell off. He was only good once he was like a background character for me. I didn't really like him, and the generation for somebody like me, I stopped buying Takara Tommy because they were really expensive, and when Burst first started, it was actually the same. So the same way how you have Hasbro with the same stuff, right? Hasbro's going to release this eventually. It's going to look exactly the same. It's probably going to say Hasbro Beyblade X Winder or something. So they did that in Burst, and so I never really got into Takara Tommy, and eventually they started kind of losing their swagger a little bit, and I wasn't a fan. That is super clean. I love the red. Red's not really my favorite color, but I do really like it. I think a green would have been really cool to see as well. Or we have a gold one from the, probably the Leon Claw, actually, that matches the gold Leon Claw, which didn't have one. But there's a launcher for you guys. Remember, if you want to buy one off of me, I can go ahead and send you one for way cheaper than Hasbro's selling them for. Hasbro's gonna sell those guys for like 15, I think, which is just absolute insanity. And I just can't tell you how annoyed it makes me that some of this stuff is super expensive. Like the Bay Stadium is like $50 or $60, which is crazy. So these are all of the parts here. Really excited. 370, honestly super hyped for. I like the middle weight. I think it is useful for building combos. If you're like, oh, I need a part, you just throw on a 70, no big deal. And Hex a bit, I've heard good things. I've seen a few videos. It does have high resistance. I don't know, you guys. I can't remember the last Bay that I unboxed that actually had no good resistance on here. It didn't have this piece. And this little sliver here, that's what protects the bursting. And it doesn't, it hasn't. I mean, not sure how that works. Let me know what you guys think. Is it kind of like all the good bays have this? Because I feel like all the defense types don't actually have it, and it kind of sucks. But here's the 370. We'll get a good glance at it. So it doesn't have the skirt, right? The skirt is what you're going to see on the bays that have the 80 height. And I don't have one out with me right now, but you can see on a bay like Phoenix Wing, when you actually have the ratchet, it does have a little bit more height to it, right? If you compare them, it kind of has like a sloped design, I want to say, because this one, it kind of just pops out, right? And then this one, you can see it does have a little bit of a slope on the sides right here, just on that left piece, and then it kind of protrudes out just a little bit more. So that's kind of the main difference for you guys if you were curious. And the ratchets can be used left and right. So if you look, L and R right there. So for that left spin, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait, you guys. I'm so excited. The left spin is a Dragoon, or Dragoon, as some of you guys might say. I loved Tyson's Dragoon in the original. I'm not even going to talk about it because this video will be like 18 minutes long, and we won't even actually talk about the Bay. But HELLS Hammer. So this is the blade for you guys. I actually really like the design. I wish this would be like an orange, or this would be a red, because it kind of does fit the theme, but it looks kind of odd on its own. If you were to just kind of, you take like a red piece from the Phoenix, and you put that on there, it still matches a little bit, but once you get past anything red or possibly orange, it does not look as good. And the avatar is forward facing again, so you saw Drawn Dagger, he's side facing, and you get the forward profile with Buster. And then over here, forward profile yet again. So I really like it. I think it's really clean, but it does have a little bit of like design elements that I maybe would say aren't that great. Like you can't see the full face. I almost wish it would be tilted like that so that the face was a little bit more central. It kind of looks weird. Well, here, we'll just check real quick. They don't move in the other two. Yeah. So you turn this and the bit chip does not turn. So Hexabit I'm super excited for. Ratchet is, it's okay. I mean, it's all right. It's not crazy. But this Bay actually looks really, really sick. I don't usually like red. I am loving the look of this. Obviously, smash attacks, you got the hammer piece there. So that's going to hit a Bay so hard that it bursts or whatever. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. This will knock other bays into the pocket. And in a Hasbro stadium, I think you're going to see a lot of use for HELLS Hammer. I think it's going to be really good. So if you didn't know, the Hasbro Stadium allows you to choose off-meta or non-meta, non-competitive, whatever you want to call it, right? Non-competitive parts and actually do good. You can get wins with Trigger, wins with Dronzer. So I think bays like this that already have decent performance, you're going to see a lot more of in the Hasbro Stadium once they release them. So, really excited to have this. It doesn't look like a hammer. I mean, no hammer I've ever seen, but honestly, I do like the look of it. I really like the avatar for the bit chip, and it's kind of like, is it a bit beast technically? Maybe. I mean, I think it is. It's a bit chip anyways, so technically it's a bit beast, but it is not a beast. So I really love the forward facing with the flames. That is super, super clean. The avatar is awesome. You got the flames coming out of the mouth, and it's actually very similar. I don't think I can see if I can get them both in frame here. Very similar with the flames coming out of the mouth, but you see a lot more, obviously, hell in the name is going to be really, really flamey and on fire. So I really like it. It's got almost a destroyer feel, right? If you guys remember from the Metal Masters saga, Metal Masters, he fights Julian Concern's Bay is called Destroyer, at least in the dub anyway, and it really is giving off that feel. I really like the fire and brimstone feel to it. We are gonna weigh this just real quick. I know it's probably a longer video than you're used to, but we'll just go against Phoenix here. So 38 even, 33 even, very light. It sucks. I hate it when they do this. When you have a bay that's, 38 versus 35, 33. Oh my God, it was worse than I thought. I just don't like it. It's very disappointing. Obviously, for some of you guys who don't care, like me, then no big deal, right? You just put your bays in and you battle them, no big deal. But I know a lot of people competitively are upset with the lack of a diverse meta. So let me know what you guys think. Is the meta really stale? I don't really ever blade for meta. I blade for fun. You know what I mean? I just will use Hell's Hammer because he's cool. That's why I blade. So yeah, that's my spiel. Let me know what you guys think. I'm loving the red. It actually is really clean, you guys. It's really clean. Hopefully you guys can pick up one from either Hasbro, or if you save up some money and buy one from Takara Tomy and get it shipped here. Like I said, they are kind of expensive, so I'm not even going to battle with this one. We'll wait for the Hasbro one so I can just buy it for cheap and trash it, and we'll go ahead and keep this one for you guys nice and pristine. So that's the video for you guys. We'll see you Blade Breakers in the next one.